If you have ever thought, I would love to start selling digital products online, but I just do not have the money for ads, this video is going to be for you. If you're new here, my name is Courtney. I started a simple digital products business about 2.5 years ago. I've already scaled to that past $600,000 as a very busy homeschooling mom of two. And I love helping other people truly monetize their passions and build profitable businesses around whatever it is that they love or are knowledgeable in. That is the thing. That's what you're going to find with me. So stick around and go watch all my videos. I promise I will help you make some money and make some digital products. And before I dive way into the video here, I have to invite you over into my free beginners course and community, Digital Products Academy. This is the place to be if you are looking to make an income with digital products. We have almost 8,000 people in here and growing every single day. I have so many trainings and resources to help you build a profitable business. I will have that link below this video. It's completely free. Come join me. So here's a problem. Social media has quite literally convinced everybody that unless they have a significant amount of money to throw down the drain to meta ads, then they can't make money with digital products. And that is incorrect. We actually have the most opportunity that there has ever been to make money with anything organically without spending money in ads. And that is social media. And here's the thing. I don't think ads are bad. I think ads are wonderful. However, I think that if you don't have a lot of experience knowing what sells and what doesn't, then if you just start running ads before you are selling things organically, you are probably just throwing money down the drain. Before you get into ads, you need to figure out that beginner stuff, your messaging, content creation, what your audience actually wants, and how to actually make sales with your digital products. That's the thing. That's the hard, messy part that everybody tries to skip over, but that's the most important part. Once you figure that out, that's when you can scale. You can't scale something that's not working. You can only figure out how to make it work and then scale that. I tested a lot of different strategies over the years. Some worked, some completely flopped. For me, the biggest winners are things that have been organic: social media, emails, Pinterest, communities. And honestly, this is why you're even watching this video right now, is because even though I'm no YouTube expert, I am very good at teaching. I love talking and helping people with their businesses. And I think I'd be really good at YouTube. So I'm just giving it a go here and seeing what happens. But again, this is going to be organic traffic into my business. This video could potentially bring me traffic organically into my business for years to come. So I want to talk in this video about a couple of different options as far as organic traffic, because I really do think that this is where a beginner should start. First and foremost, let's talk about YouTube. YouTube is not something that I've done for a long time. I'm recording right now, I think, my 8th video. And it is probably my number one regret in my business not starting YouTube at the beginning of my business, because YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world aside from Google. People come to YouTube to learn. All right. So if you're selling some type of digital product, you're probably trying to teach somebody something. And if you can catch them at the time that they're trying to learn and teach them, you're going to gain that trust, right? YouTube honestly is what I'm most excited for in my business right now, aside from my school community, Digital Products Academy. Why I'm so excited about YouTube is it's evergreen. The stuff that you put out on YouTube, it's going to stay good for years to come. There are videos, if you go and search something on YouTube, the first ones that pop up aren't necessarily videos that were put up yesterday. They could be from years ago. And that's what's really cool about YouTube is it's a search engine and it's optimizing for exactly what question you asked, not necessarily what's the newest video. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of these fast form content platforms, YouTube, your stuff stays good forever. So this is what I would call evergreen content. So the work that you're putting in, it's not just disappearing in 24 hours. Honestly, that is why I'm making these videos, is because I've been doing Instagram for a couple of years now. I don't love Instagram, but it is where I've built my business. And I'm getting a little tired of the content hamster wheel. Seriously, you have to create content every day forever. And then it just kind of disappears. It's just this ongoing thing. Whereas with YouTube, it's staying good. It's staying good for a long time. And you're kind of building this hub of resources for people that's just growing and bringing more and more people to your page and ultimately to your communities and products. All right, number 2, another platform I'm really excited about right now because, again, I don't think it's talked about enough. I think it's a little bit overlooked. Another thing that I am just now starting 2.5 years into my business is Pinterest. What I'm loving about Pinterest is it's also a search engine. So if you can't tell, I'm kind of in a phase where I'm really trying to build evergreen things that are going to be working for me 2 years down the road. But with Pinterest, what's really cool is it's easy. It's so easy. So this is a little bit more thought out, right? I'm thinking of the videos. I'm figuring out what I'm going to say. I'm setting up my phone. I'm getting a mic. I'm not doing too much complicated editing, but I know a lot of people do. Pinterest, I can quite literally have ChatGPT make me an image with a description, have the link to my free group while I'm in my pajamas watching a show, and put up a pin. There's a very big difference, right? But Pinterest is also evergreen. It's also a search engine. And it's also just one of those things where you don't get a lot of traction up front, but down the road, as you build up this big resource for people, you start to gain traction on everything that you have. So it's just so different and something I'm very excited about, and something that I think could be a huge resource to you when selling your digital products. Let's talk about traffic source number 3. And I'm going to loop 2 different ones together because they're basically the same: Instagram and TikTok. I would classify these platforms as more fast content, meaning people are just scrolling, right? Your content that you put out today could maybe be relevant for a couple of days and then it falls off into oblivion, right? So it is not evergreen. It's not a search engine. It's social media. And I think for me, there's good and bad with this. If you're totally new to your business and you need to start making sales and gaining attraction to your business now, well, you need some fast form content because it gets pushed out into the algorithm now, not in a year when you've built things up, right? So that can be really good. However, it doesn't say good forever. So you have to just continue to do that every single day. So the pros with something like this is really fast visibility. You can gain trust pretty quickly because it's a social media place. It's social. You're supposed to go there and hang out and connect, right? So it is really good for a relationship building, great for personal brands. It's easy to start. And if you can get your marketing right and you can truly understand how to capture your ideal audience's attention in a way that helps them see that you could help them solve problems, then your business could explode quickly with social media. But just know that you have to keep that up. So again, the cons: short lifespan, constant content creation. Personally, I still use Instagram. It is still one of my primary sources of traction for my business. However, I am personally pivoting away from things that are fast form content because I have spent so long building up an audience already. And now I'm pivoting into things that are going to be paying me down the road. All right, traffic source number 4. This is going to be your email list. This is so important to start growing in your business as early as you possibly can. So I have been doing my social media business for about 2.5 years now, and I've grown my email list to over 17,000 people. And what's really nice about emails is you actually own that list. So with social media, I have literally seen people spend so long building up accounts, and then just one day out of the blue, their account is shut down. And that's their business. That's their livelihood. So that's really scary. If you're not collecting emails, that could be a disaster, right? What's great about emails is even if something happens to your social media or whatever, you have this giant list where you can still send emails, so you can still connect with people, nurture people, all that stuff, make sales, everything. So again, emails, it's just one of those things. Right at the beginning, you're not going to have a lot of emails. It's going to take you a long time to collect a lot of emails. And I really think you need a lot of emails to even make a small amount of sales because let's be real, a lot of people don't check their emails. If you're anything like me, I have probably 33,000 unread emails. So if you send me something, I'm not going to look. But some people are very adamant about checking their emails, and it could be a great way to make sales down the line once your list is big enough. I make sales from my emails daily now. But it definitely didn't start like that. It's definitely something you have to be intentional with, and just know, even if it's not paying you right now, growing that email list is security for your future. I want to talk about traffic source number 5, and that is Facebook groups. So not just Facebook groups, because I have actually had some really cool stuff happen with Facebook groups. It's not something I've been super adamant about doing. It's just something that I've done here and there. And almost every time it's really worked out for me. So I can understand how if you use Facebook groups as one of your primary sources of driving traffic, I can totally see how you could be super successful with doing that. Facebook groups totally still work. I think the key here is to not be super spammy. So this is good for you if you want to go out and just connect with people. It's not good for you if you are totally repulsed by the idea of going out and having conversations with people with the intention of leading them to one of your products. And I think for me, this is where it gives me the ick a little bit. And so I don't really do it. The ones that I have done were more like businessy groups were actually paid to promote in those groups. So people knew what they were coming into. They knew that there were some people who were promoting their stuff in there. And for me, I'm just promoting my free group, right? So these are the ones that I liked. Other than that, I don't necessarily like the idea for me personally of going into conversations with a roundabout idea of inviting people back into something. I just like being very direct. So I think it's personal preference. Some people love that. Some people want to go out and just go have all of these conversations and go try to find people that need their help. While others, that the idea of that is makes their skin crawl a little bit. If that's you, Facebook groups are not for you. But if you just want to go out and connect with other people, like-minded people, this is a really cool way, because especially knowing that you can find Facebook groups that are your exact ideal audience, period. This is what's really cool about Facebook groups. You could go, if you have a product that is really good for homeschool moms, you can go find homeschool mom groups and potentially share your product in there, especially if it's something that's truly helpful. I see this happening all the time. And I know for a fact they're making great sales with using the strategy. So Facebook groups, don't knock it. Give it a try. It could be totally worth it for you. I know the one Facebook group that I was in that I was actually paying to promote in there, which probably isn't something that you would do. I was gaining hundreds and hundreds of leads every single day from this group, and I loved it. And then it got shut down, and now it doesn't exist. But that's okay. Again, things are always changing on social media, so try out some different strategies and see what works for you. So I want to talk about what didn't work for me. As we're talking about all these different strategies and platforms that you could potentially use to gain traction to your digital products, here's what didn't work for me. Trying to be everywhere all at once. So there were quite a few moments in my business where I just was trying to do so many different platforms at once, right? I was trying to build up an Etsy, and I was trying to build up Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and Pinterest, right? I was trying to just be everywhere. And what happened is I felt like I was just chasing all these different strategies. I was chasing all these different trends. I was just trying to keep up with all these different things. And it was making me not able to stay consistent with any of them or give any of them a real shot. And that just didn't work. This might be the most important part of the entire video, and that is the fact that I want you to choose one. I want you to choose one strategy, especially if you're totally new and you are trying to figure out how the heck to sell your first digital product. Choose one way of driving traffic and get super good at it. Because really, you only need to be really good at one. And then after that, you could maybe think about expanding if it's something that you can truly take on and still do really well at that one platform. Most beginners are going to try things like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, or Pinterest. But the thing, don't try to do them all at once. Just pick one, master it, expand if you want. If you have been doing it for 90 days and you feel really good about the direction that it's going and whatever you've been consistently doing, if you can keep up with that amount and then also add in a little bit of something else, even if it's just learning for now, then I think that's good. If I was starting from total zero today and I had to pick where I was going to do platform or my content on, personally, I would choose YouTube, and here's why. Actually, here's the exact strategy that I would do. This is something I'm teaching with some of my one-on-one clients. I would do long form video like this on YouTube. I would then take that and plug that into some of these AI softwares like Submagic or Opus Clip, and it will clip you out the fast form content like Reels from that video. So it's no additional work. And then you can throw those on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. This is the only way I suggest doing multiple platforms at once. If one is your primary focus and you can repurpose on the other ones. So that is exactly what I would do if I was starting over today. I would focus on longer form video and then repurpose that for my shorter form content, because that long form stuff is going to pay you down the road, even if it takes a little bit of time to gain traction. But then using those clips for your short form video could gain you traction today. So here's your homework. Pick one traffic source and commit to trying super hard with it for at least 90 days. Again, if you need more help figuring out where to start, how to create a digital product, what you would even sell, how to scale your business, anything to do with making money online with digital products, please come and hang out inside of Digital Products Academy. It's my completely free beginners course and community where I will share all of the tips and tricks on how I was able to scale from zero to over $600,000 with my simple digital products business as a homeschooling mom of two. Thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next.